Welcome back to Challenge Dubai. My guest, James Cunnama. Look at that,
Yeah,
huh?
look at that. You've got it.
I've got it. After 12 years, I figured out how to say the name. That works
Well
great.
done.
So you're 4 weeks away from Ironman South Africa.
Yep.
This seems like it's perfect timing.
Yeah, I think it is. This race is not normally on the calendar, or hasn't been in the past. And
Yes.
You've always had this going into Ironman South Africa with a bit of an unknown factor. There's 70.3 South Africa in January, but then there's a big gap until the Ironman.
Right.
And this 4 weeks out is absolutely perfect. Little test, make sure the legs are working, and that's a big one for me, the home race.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's a big one for you. So how are you feeling? And did you take much of a break after the end of last season?
Yeah, ended the season at Challenge Bahrain last year in beginning of December,
Yeah.
and ended my season properly because I tore my calf in that run.
I remember you
And-
limping in.
Yeah, and that was the forced 4 weeks of no biking or running. There was no other option, so I had a really good off season for once. I didn't do anything, but bounced back from that really well. I missed 70.3 South Africa because of it, just wasn't ready.
Yeah.
But since then, my training's gone really well. I'm feeling really good.
And the calf's good.
Yeah, the calf's 100%, and yeah, I think the break did me a lot of good. I'm feeling quite strong at the moment.
Have you raced Javi that much?
No, I haven't. It's interesting. It's an interesting field,
Yeah.
and it's an interesting time of year too for a lot of these guys. You know, for everybody really, coming into a race at the end of February. There's a lot of unknowns. You know, you don't know what kind of shape people
Right.
are in. Javier included.
Sure.
You know, he's racing a WTS sprint distance race next weekend.
Next weekend here, yeah.
You know, that's a very difficult turnaround. You don't know whether he's trained for that sprint distance race and he's just doing this as training, or whether he's trained for this and he's just doing the sprint distance race for a few points. So you really don't know what to expect from the field, and a new race, so we don't really know the course or anything like that. But you know, it's Dubai. It's going to be flat. It's going to be windy. It's going to be hard.
And after you did the Bahrain race with the 20-meter draft zone, did you like that?
Yes,
That was
absolutely.
about as clean a race as I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a total game changer, and I would like to see it in many more races.
Yeah.
You know, everyone always worries about the gaps and stuff, and if you have 20 meters, you have to pass a group that's so
Yeah.
long, that it's such
Right.
a long chain of guys
Right.
that to pass them is impossible. But that's not really an issue. It wasn't an issue in Bahrain because there were no groups that were that
There was
long.
no groups.
Because the groups don't form, and the groups don't stay together when they do form. They come in and go, and
Yes.
everybody kind of rides their own race. And one of the main advantages, one of the greatest things about it is I get off the bike, even if I'm 2 or 3 minutes behind.
Yes.
I know that everyone's worked just as hard as I have.
See, you don't have to be thinking, yes.
No one's been, and I can run people down 2 or 3 minutes
Right.
if I've worked the same on the bike. It's
Right.
when they've been sitting in the back of a group and I've been working on my own that you're not so sure you can run them down. So it makes it a lot more honest race, not just on the bike but on the run too. And I like it. Yeah, I definitely like it.
So is this a good race for Jody Swallow?
Yeah, definitely. You know, what race isn't a good race for Jodie Swallow? She seems to just be able to do it anywhere, any
Love
course,
it.
any conditions. She really has the secret formula or something. Yeah, she's in good shape. She absolutely smashed 70.3 South Africa, a fifth
Yes.
win in a row there. So yeah, she's made that race her own, and she's just gone from strength to strength since then. So
If you win this, will Triple Crown be part of your plan?
definitely. I mean, I think Triple Crown will probably be part of my plan anyway. You know,
Because the money's
if
good no
they-
matter what.
Yeah, if they're willing to put up $65,000 for first place at a 70.3 event, or
Yes.
know, a half event, that's worth me coming to show up. Even if
Exactly.
there's no Triple Crown bonus, even if there's
Love
no, you know, it's changing the sport. It's making, you know, they're paying deep, they're looking after the pros and big prize purses. That's what we
When you
need.
get a good prize purse and you're getting air, hotel, food taken care of,
Yeah.
it's like you're playing with house money to a certain degree.
Yeah, to a certain extent, you know, you can come in here and have a free swing, basically.
Yes.
If it doesn't go well, I'm still on track for Ironman South Africa. It's a training event. If it does go well, it's a bonus. It gets my confidence up, everything. There's nothing to lose, really. And it's really nice to be treated like pros and you know, to make our focus just racing and racing well, and not the focus of
Being a
playing,
businessman and
playing
having to-
games and looking at points and all the, you know, all
Yes.
the ins and outs. You can just come here, do your race as best you can.
Love it.
And have a go. So that's what
Thanks
we're
so
gonna
much, James. Always a pleasure.
do. Yeah, good to see you, Bob.
James Cunnama has been our guest again. My name is Bob Babbitt. We are at Challenge Dubai. Hold on. We'll be right back. Big A, thank you so much for your patience.